Little boy runs towards you, shouting furiously, "What did you do to her, you big stupid man? What did you do to Donna?" "I didn't do this to her, boy." "Yes, it was you. You were swinging your magic thingy and then you enchanted her. You're an evil wizard." Leave. The boy's still shouting at you as you take your leave. "The Watchers will remember this, mister. They don't like it when tunnel kids get hurt. The Silent Watchers you saw your face, and they'll remember you." "Yeah, whatever. Tell it to somebody who cares. I got my data." Wop. Buy followers? That sounds tempting. Not. Okay, so the House of Spectres is that way. Nameless Soldier is now exhausted. Come on, guys. Anybody I didn't loot? No. Probably not worth getting any of that stuff. Do. So, where's the filter? Filter! Proceed. Managed to improve the filtering mechanism of the machine successfully. The poison spreads. The main distillation tank holds ethanol concentrated under high pressure before its transference to the auxiliary tanks. Oh, won't she be happy? The box is locked. Cheapskate. How's holiday going? Apart from the occasional meddling I get from you, not so bad. Enjoy your holiday. Goodbye. He's a charmer, isn't he? Cordy, blimey. You have nothing of value to me. I've got more explory parts. But everyone's tired. Boom bow, boom bow. Boom bow, boom bow. Mourning Widow. She'll be happy. You are heading to the Mourning Widow. Fairly sure the furthest I've ever got is being killed by the Indian guy. Oh, crumbs. She's dead. Well, what was the point in that? I'd like to bury the grieving widow's body and prepare the unfortunate lady for her final rest. Sure would. Proceed. Buried the body of the widow inside the makeshift grave you just made. Dig an entire Fighting the spiteful hard soil for a few hours, you buried the widow in a lifeless womb of disaster-struck Mother Earth. You leave it to the pestilent winds to sing her lament. Tuft of overgrown vein root, blah de blah de blah. Pretty sure I've already done that. First sentences of these page are scratched out. Today Mayor Anderson received a guest, a strange man who had never seen before. He was tall, dressed in all black and wore a bowler hat. As I opened the door for him, I flinched away in shock. His face, how can I put this? He did not have one, or perhaps there was more than one, or he had a face which I am utterly unable to remember even the recollection of this first meeting, and fixed the same desperate unease when it had just occurred. Once our visitor was sequestered with the mayor in his chambers, my curiosity began to itch. Despite the alarming bells ringing in my mind, I bent to watch them through the keyhole. I saw the dismal man hand an envelope to Anderson. From what I heard of their conversation, it contained an invitation for a special screening at the Arkham Theatre. The man in black added that all the notable figures of Arkham had been invited, and then turned towards the door. I rushed to my desk and rather frantically pretended to work. Immediately the door opened, and after a few silent steps towards the exit, the dismal man halted right by my side. My heart pounded as if to burst from my breast. He said to me, "You gaze upon things not meant for you, little man. Mayhap you ought not look at all." Why can I not expunge these words from my mind? Why can I not shake loose this gloom which rests upon my soul? Mayhap you ought not look at all. Well. So. Have a conductor. Need a radio part. Acquire a radio and transmitter. Stan Fredkin claims he knows a way out of Arkham. To learn more about the victim Julianne, I've learnt that the group was called Boston Rejects and came to Arkham after committing a heist involving some gold. Get into room 303. I did. A good idea, but I'll have to deal with the new occupant. I got in there and he, tried to kill me lots. Investigate the statuette. Let me consider more about this frightening figurine. Rest and visit Dreamlands. Fulfill the dying wish of Cornelius. Split the revenue. Ah, so he wants me to sell the... I can sell his things. It's fine. Clicking sound disturbs you from the short nap you've been taking on your journey, calling you up from the depths of lightless streams. Similar mechanical sounds follow. Remain still and try to figure out the origin of the sound. See the nameless soldier sitting on the ground a few feet away. He is busy assembling his trusty M1913 Weatherfield. As you watch his automatic motions, it seems something is off. He shakily turns the gun and puts his barrel beneath his chin. You understand the reason behind your particular feelings. Things appear to be escalating rapidly. Put the gun down! He shifts his finger to the trigger. God forgive me, but I cannot keep on, he suddenly shouts in a haunting tone. I'm drained. Can't feel fear. Used to be scared of things, of death, of failure, of never seeing my loved ones. I used to be alive, you see, and if I can't even feel fear, then I must already be dead. So please, do not judge me. Hopelessness invades his last words, which come out in a whisper. Because I tried. Your mother sends you here to kill yourself and break her heart, soldier. Only a failure would attempt to do that, not a real soldier. Maybe it's the only way for you. I wonder what happens when a dead man commits suicide. Pearman turns to you ferociously. What do you know about my mother, Williams? And who gave you the fucking right to come here? He's almost howling now. Leave me alone! Williams, I thought I was Johnson. I'm just trying to save a friend's life. You have people who are dear to you, and this war must end sooner or later. Why give up now? Come to your senses. You're better than this. Cast his eyes down. I tried, Williams. I tried. I have a shadow inside me. The shadow is also me. It eats all my hopes, he sobs. And now nothing is left. Nothing. Had my share of terrible days. Tell him about the Miskatonic University expedition. Come on, soldier. Don't do something you'll regret. Drop the gun. Roger sits through your story with a face completely devoid of expression. When he finally speaks, you're unsure if he heard anything you said. It's time for my guard duty. He sniffles and shakes himself. And he continues with a shy smile, an exceptionally rare sight on his grey face. Thanks, Williams. You are not that much of an arsehole. Just a little bit. Again, he returns to staring into the oblivion. End the dialogue. It's suicidal, I see. Well, that's a ticket, isn't it? It's a right old stinker, that one. Tend to consummate the dying wish of a person who fell victim to the cultists. Of all the possible things that could be wished for in this world or the next, did this person specifically entreat you to pester me during my studies? You're rather becoming a nuisance to me. Your endearing nature never fails to draw me to your humble shop, Isidore. It's not hard to grasp why the mob leaves you alone. You're an expert at deterring what little business you have, I'll give you that. I'm up to my elbows redacting this atrocious translation of Sefer Raziel Hamalach. So could you just state your business and leave me be? I tend to challenge myself for a prominent work on rational thought, crave the work of an astute and scientific mind, as opposed to all this knick-knackery. My fondness for the intrinsic traits of the mind has brought me to your layer of eccentricity. It's odd that in spite of all these current anomalies that lie beyond one's ken, you still pursue the path of the reason. Yet I can't see how this seal of yours has anything to do with consummating the will of the deceased. It was a final request that I use this watch for something I believe in. He bequeathed this keepsake to me so that I might use it in accord with my own convictions. Dying man bequeathed this heirloom to me, and I intend to trade it for something special. Quite the idealist this fallen soul must have been. Equally charitable in his way. A rare breed in this foul pandemonium. Let me see. It's only the item with the jeweller's loo. Isidore scrutinizes the watch for a few moments. It's evident that the hapless victim's heirloom has captured his attention. It's handmade, 24-karat gold plated, and is of near impeccable craftsmanship. There's an inscription, V. Ricoletti, leading me to conclude that it's Italian. Could be 100 years old. Still ticking away gracefully. See that this person has exquisite tastes. May have just the item to commemorate his memory. Sift through the objects in the glass case, then through the cabinets, and as he's about to give up, he spots it. Ah, there it is. Studies in Logic, edited by none other than Charles Sanders Peirce, the famous logician who propounded almost 50 years ago that Boolean functions could be implemented in electrical circuits. Binary logic, his pragmatism is a tad too reductive for my own inquiries into truth, but as a sign of the times might serve you well. If you're lying to me, know that there will be no shortage of space in Gehinnom. Sounds like we've made a deal. He blows the dust off the cover of the weighty book, hands it to you, and places the watch inside the glass case. It was nice doing business with you. Now, if you will allow me, I have a long and complicated text to decipher. Thanks, Isidore. Goodbye. Book of the Law. Book of the Law. Book of the Law. Books. Spending a rather challenging but otherwise mind-provoking hour reading C.S. Peirce's pivotal work, you finally become well versed in advanced logic algebra. Science skill has increased by 1. Marvellous. That was only readable by any esoteric character. Book of the Law, Book of the Law.